Welcome back to the Overboard DM. My name's Cujo and I go overboard on everything Dungeons and Dragons. And today we're going to be going over Reaper Bones Fan Favorites expansion. Now, this is one of my favorite sets. Well, at least I thought it was. We're going to go through it. I think in general it still is. And no, we're not going over Warhammer or Star Wars. Yeah, I know you're looking at like a Grievous / Necron miniature. But look at the detail on this bad boy. I am going to do some Warhammer videos in the future. I just wanted to have something to kick this video off with. So let me get him out of here. See you later, Grievous. Alright, let's start it off with some really cool heroes that you're going to get in this set. Now, whoop, went the wrong way, sorry. You're going to get some Furbolgs. I'm going to keep it zoomed in because I want you to see really close the detail. Furbolgs, they're starting to make miniatures for them. They're still kind of on the rare side, so it's really cool to get some more Furbolgs. This is the one I have. Let me zoom out just a touch. So yeah, Furbolgs are a little bit hard to find. You can see that the WizKid one, actually that's not a WizKid one, that is a Gale Force 9, so that is a very special one. The head's a little bit smaller, but Furbolgs are still kind of a newer rendition in 5th edition. They kind of changed them up, make them more soft-hearted, more forest folky type people. So let's get the Furbolgs out of here. Those are really cool. I will admit that is kind of a cool thing to get. I did like that. And then this is my favorite. This race does not exist in D&D, and I really like them. I think they're really cool, having a kind of a newt. D&D did, 5th edition did bring in some fish type creatures and stuff that, and they've got frog type creatures, playable characters that you got to stay wet and all that stuff. And I think that, this race here would be really cool to bring in, just because I think it's a really cool spin on the whole thing. But I like those a lot. Let's bring in these bad boys. I'm not sure if I'm going to zoom out for them. If I bring all of them in, I will. You get, I believe, 4 of them. Now this is a race that's technically not in D&D either, even as a monster. If you come across the alligators, they're going to be regular alligators, or gigantic, or dire alligator, or something like that. But I know that they made some rules for this kind of a race in the optional settings, that like homebrew settings in D&D Beyond. So you can get some rule sets for these guys, which is really cool. And just to bring one of them out, and I already had some from the Hordes line of miniatures, and I had a few of them, so I was already planning on doing it anyway. So this gives me 4 more, and you can see they go together pretty well. I was very surprised. I definitely like them. They're probably not as detailed, of course, but they're still very good. So I'm happy with those. And let's get up this guy here. I gotta zoom out a little bit more. I got a genie, or a djinn, however you want to say it. And just for some comparison, I got a couple WizKids genies. There's a bunch of different kinds, and I believe the one that I don't have the one that just came out that's very similar to the one shown from Reaper, but what I do like is the scale falls in line with D&D's genies. I think that's very cool, or Daijins, or however you want to pronounce that thing. This guy here, I'm not sure what you want to call him. Some kind of a thorn beast of some kind, golem. Really cool. I don't have anything like that for comparison. Let me zoom in for these guys. There's 3 of them. I don't know if they're supposed to be some kind of toys that picked up knives and are coming after you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what my take is on that one. This guy, weird looking robot-y type thing. Really, really weird, man. I don't know what to call this. I don't even know what they call it, but it's definitely metal. You could probably have fun with it and call it something like there's a guy in there and he built this suit that he can fit in, because it looks like it's kind of hollow. Maybe it's just some kind of weird armor suit. That'd be kind of cool. All right, you got this sly dog there, sly raccoon. I'm gonna call him Sly Dog. And then you got that goblin with the treasure on his back, or he looted something. It's really cool. You can never have too many of those type of characters, because you can use those in your game and have them run away and then chase them and all that stuff. And of course that raccoon's he's just a cool dude. Which there isn't a raccoon race, so go figure. You have to make that yourself. There's a pair of NPC characters. Again, you know how I feel about NPCs. If you watched my last video, which was too long, a ton of miniatures I wanted to run through, but I do want to always try to give you some kind of comparison. And in this video here, there's not going to be too many comparisons. So, and there's a lot less models, and but very good looking NPCs right there. There's a few these demons or devilly type characters. They're cool. Whoop, let me back up a touch. Sorry about that. They're cool. I mean, you can use them as imps, I guess. They're a little bit on the larger side for an imp, but they're very close. So I think they look pretty cool. As far, like I said, as far as this set goes, again, this is the fan favorites. They're good. They're good miniatures, good sculpts, and they're creatures. You know how I like creatures. That's good. This person here is kind of unique. I don't really like it. Maybe it's going to look a lot better when it's painted, which I don't know if I'll ever get around to. But it's a woman that's jumping away, and there's a whole bunch of bats around her. I don't know. I'm just not really a fan of the sculpt. It's okay. It's like I said, maybe it'll look a lot better when it's painted, which I may never do. So, you got this dude right here, which is some kind of like beast man or Catmandu. And while I'm showing him off, I'll show you this guy here, which looks really cool. Again, I would use both of these. You can have that one guy as a werecat or some kind, and of course you can always use some kind of evil spellcaster of some, whether he's undead or not. Very cool sculpt. Definitely 2 good miniatures there. And you got this NPC character there, and I got another one right there. Again, good looking sculpts. I like the detail on, the woman is thin right there. Her blade's bent, but we could straighten that out. The spellcaster is not bad either. But again, it's kind of, for me, those are going to be player characters or NPCs most likely, and I'm not going to probably deal with it. This next one is, I'm going to have to zoom in on it. I believe it's a bunch of chickens. Yeah, A swarm of chickens. That's a pretty good swarm. What do you think? Swarm of chickens. When are you gonna ever have a miniature like that? Come on. That looks like some kind of a pseudo dragon. Not bad. And you're gonna have your Mamma Mia. I think he's putting on his hat and he's gonna run out of the kitchen. He just made some pizza. I'm not sure. He's got some kind of a hat on and whatever. All right, here these guys are all clear. I think they're meant to be Mephits. Let me zoom out a little. Sorry. It's going to be hard to pick out because they're clear, but they're meant to be color painted to whichever method you need. So you can buy a bunch of these and paint them up with I forget, there's like smoke methods and fire methods and I don't know how many other methods there are. I think there's at least 4. But that's cool. Again, I'm not a huge fan of painting clear miniatures, but I think this is a good idea. Again, it's good set so far. This is one of my favorites. I do have, if it's close enough to me, a comparison of that guy. I don't see him offhand, so anyway, that miniature right there is super cool. I love the detail. Turtles are awesome. Definitely just a great looking sculpt. I love it. If I was going to be a turtle, I'd almost not want to let my players play this particular miniature because I bought it, and I'd want to play it. It's got some mold lines, but very cool. Really, really, really cool turtle. Before we get to the end, we got a couple little ones here. We got some cockatrices. And we have even a cockrice hatching. So that is pretty cool. And if you know anything about cockatrices, you want to stay away from them. They will turn you to stone and peck your brains out. So, I don't know about the second part, but I do know they will turn you to stone. And here's a big one. So let me back her up. Obviously didn't back it up far enough. Barely get them in there. This miniature here is a little controversial. Like, again, it's one of those things that's not in D&D. So half Ogre, half Mammoth. It's a really cool miniature. Anybody wants to buy it from me, hey, I'll sell you. I won't use it. I'm not really huge on, if I got this miniature, I'm going to try to make some rules for them. There's so many monsters and creatures out there that already have rules. That's just more work for me. I don't want to try to make rules for them and then, you made him too OP, Like, no, I'll use it right from the book. So he's really cool. I'm not throwing him away or nothing, but just not really having a use for it. And this is the cream of the crop of this box. He's going to be on the cover, and this is probably why you'd want to get this set, is the Demogorgon. Now, I was really excited for this because I'm like, I have a Demogorgon miniature. I was looking at getting the Gale Force 912 just for the extreme detail and the base and all of it, all that stuff, and I still may get it more for a display piece. But this one here, I thought was going to be more that cheaper one that you can play with, and it's in game, and you're not going to worry about breaking it and all that stuff. And it is cool, and it is on the right size base, and it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's probably great value for the money, especially what I paid for it. I'm not sure what it's going to go for later when it hits stores, but I have to move. I got to move the stand to put an actual Demogorgon out here. So I already got it zoomed all the way out, so bear with me. I'm going to move him for a minute. I'll probably put him back here. I'm going to take this out. And we'll bring in the Demogorgon. Now you can see the base is this. Let me show you. The base is the same size, but you can see the difference. So I'm going to have it focused in on Big Boy. So yeah, this one here is something that it's going to be hard to get. This is actually like almost a toy miniature that was given away in some kind of loot crate, and his arms are actually posable a little bit, pre-painted. I mean, I think I got him for $70. I actually had to base him because he's not going to come out of base. I had to put a screw in it and drill a hole in his leg, and he's glued. I haven't done nothing to the base yet, but I will do something to it for sure. And yeah, he's identical to what is out of D&D. He's on the right size base, and he's the right height. So when you get this guy, you're gonna say, well, he is really cool. He does look the part. He is on the right size base, so all is good. I mean, you can do what you want to do. It's going to be a lot cheaper, because even if you can find one of these guys, you're going to be paying a good bit of money. And then if you want to go the Gale Force 9 route, you're going to get a lot higher detail, and you're going to have to paint it yourself, and it's going to be made out of resin, so it's going to be more fragile. This thing I could drop, and he may break off the base I got, but I can, it's plastic. It's like a toy. This guy is cheap, and I might break an arm off. I might have to glue it back on, but it's fine. Now the Gale Force 9 model, if you're using that to actually play and on the tabletop, you're going to be very, very careful with that. You drop that, it'll shatter into a bunch of different little pieces. Well, with that said, that was the best for last. And tell me what you think. I think this set was really good value. The miniatures that you got, you got the one, the one oddball that, I mean, you really don't know what to do with. You got, the NPC characters that come in this one, I kind of like it more. I like that, just got more flavor, more style, and something that you don't have, and WizKids isn't already making. So yeah, I like this set. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. If you like this video, hey, like. I don't know, I never say like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, but I'd appreciate it. And if you want, you can come over to Tabletop Dungeoneers Discord group. We got a good group of people over there that are into the hobby. They're into all kinds of stuff like 3D printing and all different RPGs and tabletop games. Like I'm, Warhammer and all that stuff too. So come on over there and check us out. I know there's tons of Discords out there. But until next time, guys, later.